please welcome to the Leon Loft, MC Taylor, his golden messenger.
Beyond measure, just can't shake the feeling. I could do something bigger, work a little harder, look a little better, run a little longer. Guess what? I don't know the answer. I was all in, down on Chavatula. You could have warned me, it would have been useless. You ever had a storm talking to you? What's left from the great to the very small, from the mustard seed to the cannonball. I see how you wrote it song. It's the rapture you're afraid of. Sage and eucalyptus smells like home. Hopping fences on the shin bone. Overdrawn, they can take it all. Yes, I gotta get up, I gotta get out. Quit looking for love when there's none around. I guess I know better now. Taking chances, you go where you're called. Some people hear it. Taking chances. Can you love what's left? We're taking chances. You go where you're going. Some people hear it. Taking chances. If you lose it all, can you love what's left?
Live on Ann Arbor's 107.1. We are doing this from the Leon Loft here with his golden messenger. Thank you so much, Mike. Actually, could you start just by introducing everybody that people are hearing?
Yeah, right? I would love to. So, on the keys over here, we've got Mr. Sammy Freibush. Playing guitar, playing this Telecaster guitar, we've got Chris Berner. On the bass, Alex Bingham. And playing drums, Nick Falk.
Gentlemen, thank you all for being here. The last couple of years have been kind of interesting for you, and it's resulted in this new album, Jump for Joy, which in its themes and sonically, wow, this couldn't be more different than the last album, which was called Quietly Blowing It.
Sure.
So if you could take us sort of from the end of that record to now.
Sure.
And where you were at the end of that last album.
I mean, the last record, we were, I think everybody collectively, we were in a kind of a weird place. Certainly when that record came out, which was June of 2021.
Yeah.
And I think that as much as I tried to tell myself and everybody around me that record, Quietly Blowing It, which is a record that I love, incidentally, but as much as I told everybody that it was not a pandemic record, it couldn't help but reflect some of what all of us, I think, were feeling at that time. There was like, I know for myself, it's a very inward-looking record, and there are a lot of reasons for that. Part of that was the pandemic, and part of that was just my state of mind. That was, whatever kind of funk I was in, let's say, was certainly exacerbated by that moment in time.
You weren't allowed to go do what you do. Like, I mean, that's
No.
where everybody was in that same situation.
Well, it's funny. I was thinking about this. I was talking about this with someone. So when that all started, and we started seeing some of the plane flights getting canceled and stuff like the very beginning, I was with my buddy Gregory Isakov in Boulder, and we were writing songs together, and we were kind of watching the news like, do you think this is going to happen? This is going to affect us at all? And we were like, I remember both of us being kind of excited about the prospect of things being shut down enough that we would have a couple months off.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And actually, in those early months of the pandemic, when everything was happening, there was a certain kind of reordering of the universe that felt like it was a little important. I don't know if we remembered the lessons that we thought we were learning in the first 3 months of the pandemic.
Right.
But as that time stretched on, things got tougher. We couldn't do the thing that we were sort of on this planet to do.
Yeah.
So fast forward now to last September, October, when we were making this record, Jump for Joy. I mean, I think that a lot of artists, I'm not the only person, that I think a lot of us have been thinking about how we carry hope forward at a time that can sometimes seem hopeless, right? I don't think that throwing in the towel is that's one way.
Yeah.
That's one way. But like, I have kids. I have people around me that I love. Chris has kids. Nick has a daughter. We all kind of got to go out into the world with some hopefulness, or it's not, I don't know, it doesn't seem worth doing.
I've been having this long-running conversation with people who've been doing this for a long time, and staying in it, like staying in it as an independent, and I'm right there too, like as an independent, staying with this and discovering all the joy that there is to discover, because there is, even though a lot of people do sort of drop off eventually, right? And then, but you kind of have to find that thing within to just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been short on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think anybody that sort of climbs into a vehicle and goes out on the road for years and years, I've been doing this for decades. All of us have been doing this for most of our lives. So that sort of persistence, perseverance is not something, we've got that. But I think the thing that is really important is not to let your work get infected with cynicism, right? Because then it's harder to make the records, it's harder to write the songs, it's harder to travel the songs around and let them grow, because there's like a dark cloud hanging over it. And I could see that with Quietly Blowing It, the like dark clouds were sort of gathering on my horizon. And so the composition of the songs on Jump for Joy were very intentionally meant to evoke something else.
Yeah.
Something that is also part of me, right? But something that I felt like it was important to really lean into at that moment in time, and still feels important to lean into. And I feel like our live shows are really a reflection of that kind of joy.
Let's hear another joyful number.
Yeah, shut me up. Yeah, let's do New Grape.
ya. Make me a headline of your love. I was fired, said I couldn't live without water. You were water, water to put out the fire. I'm just a nail in the house of the universe. Drinking New Grape with a $5 bill. By the day of the rising, better on it every nail. You got to do a little dying. When the old ones fail, oh my God, and they painted out this scripture. Please don't cry, it's only a joke. I was fire, said I couldn't live without water. You water, water to put out the fire. I'm just a nail in the house of the universe. Drink a New Grape with a $5 bill.
We had that flavor up here too. That was not just a thing in the Southeast. It was one of my favorite flavors as a kid.
Really?
New grape soda.
You had New Grape up here?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Good stuff.
Makes me rethink the whole thing.
To get to some of these joyful moments on Jump for Joy and sort of setting past into present tense, you created a character, MC, Michael Crow.
Right.
Tell us about the young Michael Crow.
Well, that is a character that closely resembles me, but is not exactly. I realized when I started writing these songs that a lot of them felt very. Yeah, there was a lot of scenes from my own life, specific scenes, which is sort of always the case with Hiss records, but this one felt like it was more of that. So then I started thinking of it as a record that felt very autobiographical, and then I started to bump up against this problem of needing / wanting to put things in the songs that actually were not part of my life, but had happened to someone that I had known, or had not happened to anyone, but it made for a better song. Mm-hmm. So I think that was the germ of the Michael Crow character. Also, I just like the name.
And it gives you plausible deniability.
Yeah, that's right.
So, this was Michael's. So ultimately, were these songs sort of co-written with Michael in a way? Like you both brought ideas.
Yeah, I think they were co-written with Michael Crow. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I like that.
What do you want to do next?
We're gonna do another song from Jump for Joy called "The Wondering."
where Michael Crow makes an appearance by name.
He does, actually. The only tune that he makes an appearance
Correct.
by name, I'd say.
Wanna know how to love for real. Then I wanted anything from it. How to eat the pain that hidden taste. How to let the fire through me. Back in the day, I was Michael Crow. I'd go creeping through the houses. All the things I'd see through those country windows were enough to make you cry. I'm still here. Just can't quit wondering. I'm still here with my back to the wondering. Let me write just one verse that doesn't feel like persuasion. That doesn't feel rehearsed. That doesn't need explaining. Oh, ever since I was just a little thing,
We are going to continue on here at the Leon Loft with his Golden Messenger. We're going back to the station now, though. The new album is called Jump for Joy. It is out on the Merge Records label, and you can see the band in its entirety tomorrow. They're going to be playing in Detroit at L Club Tickets, and information you can find at hisgoldenmessenger.com. Now back to more music on Ann Arbor's 107.1. And the light goes off. All right. So there's a song towards the end of Jump for Joy. It's called My Old Friends. It's a different type of joy. It's quieter. It's warm. It's comfortable. The comfort of having people that you know and who know you really well, around you.
Yeah.
And as somebody who's been making music with the fellas that are right here on stage with you for a really long time.
Yeah.
There's trust. Like, that's huge trust.
Right.
Right? And I think that's sort of, I mean, you can sort of see it as you're playing. Like,
yeah, I mean,
you trust each other.
Like, certainly musical relationships, and emotional relationships like the ones I have with these people on this stage create a certain type of music that, to me, in my opinion, feels heightened and deeper. So that's that's something that I'm always chasing. It's hard to be a musician, you know what I mean? But I'm dead set on keeping this crew together as long as we can keep the wheels on the bus. But that tune, My Old Friends, which we weren't actually going to play,
and you don't need to. You don't need to. I just happened to note it as I was sort of listening to the record, and I thought that's just a different type of expression. It's just comfortable.
It's certainly different for this record, Jump for Joy, but in the catalog of his songs, there is actually a whole subset of songs, not thematically the same, but sort of in the same kind of hushed place. Mm-hmm. But one thing I was thinking about, I went to a wedding in Mexico sometime last year for a really old friend of mine, and I was thinking, I've missed so much stuff, and I'm sure all of these guys have too. I've missed so much stuff in my life because I was out playing music, and it felt like I needed to be there doing this job that I'm trying to do. So like I've missed weddings, funerals, spelling bees, you name it, I've missed it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to not miss that kind of stuff anymore.
Well, which brings me sort of to the next piece of this, which is that there's this other group of compatriots, and that's your family. And the reason why you're doing it, I mean, you do it for yourself. You have to do it for yourself. As an artist, you're doing it for yourself. But there is this other unit. And did they also, and they've seen you down and they've seen you up. So did they, was the family dynamic also sort of sharing in the joy of Jump for Joy?
I mean, yeah, to a certain extent. My kids are 10 and almost 15. Mm-hmm. And his Golden Messenger, I think, maybe has been a part of the fabric of their lives for so long that they don't really, it's not what they're putting on to listen to, I'll tell you that much. It's not, they don't actively dislike it, but there's other stuff that they'd rather be doing. And I get it. I get it. It makes complete sense to me. My kids have never known me to be home all the time. Since they were born, I've always been kind of coming and going. But when I'm there, and I think all of us up here that have kids can attest to this. When I'm home, I'm 100% home, like doing the grocery shopping, the cooking, the drop off for school, the pick up from school, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's a funny thing, actually. Like when we're home, we get to be like hardcore parents. Yeah. But there's a big chunk of the year that we're gone.
Yeah. And then during the pandemic, you had hardcore parenting 24/7.
Yeah,
that was weeks on end.
That was too much.
What do you want to do next?
We're gonna do the first song off of Jump for Joy. It's called 20 Years and a Nickel.
no such thing as a simple song. I'm convinced of it, I should know. Words can mean different things from day to day, they change their meaning. Ain't no straight down the line, crooked things don't lie. But the way it hits your heart sometimes, you swear it was an arrow. Yes, I'm waiting, trying to write my masterpiece, and it's coming out a riddle. Got 20 years and a nickel. Guess I should have been smarter. Shouldn't take much longer than 20 years and a nickel. I look to the headlines, there's a rich man trying to buy you. Maybe there's a song in there about how too much of money makes you crazy. Try and make it simple, human nature will defy you. Down on the corner there's an expert saying he don't like it. Yes, I'm waiting, trying to write my masterpiece, and it's coming out a riddle. Got 20 years and a nickel. Guess I should have been smarter. Shouldn't take much longer than 20 years, and I'm waiting, trying to write my masterpiece, and it's coming out a riddle. Got 20 years and a nickel. Guess I should have been smarter. Shouldn't take much longer than 20 years and a nickel.
Thanks.
Yeah, trying to write my masterpiece, and it's coming out a riddle. If I had to boil this album down to like
Oh my God, tell me
lines,
about it.
Right? Okay, so it's a fun record. Like all of this, what we've been talking about, it is a fun record, and it's just as weighty as anything that you have ever done lyrically. But the takeaway seems to be, I did good work. I still enjoy this. There is a whole lot to be explored still, and a whole lot to be thankful for. And not every song has to be a masterpiece that lasts 1,000 years.
Oh my gosh. There are no masterpieces. That's the thing. We don't get to decide.
Right.
I mean, as much as I try to decide, because that's just how I'm wired, it just doesn't. Life doesn't work that way. That's the hard truth of it.
But you have to learn that over time. Like
I mean, I learned it every day.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be learning it when we're making the next record. It's just part of the thing. It's like maybe the most important part of my creative process is realizing that there's no masterpiece. You don't get to decide. There's no perfection. You just go and do the work and see what comes out.
As a younger artist, people tend to want to believe that it is, and that is achievable. My masterpiece is going. It's coming.
I mean, I still think that.
Of course.
I still think that, but I also know that we don't get to choose.
Yeah. So there's a half step between Quietly Blowing It and Jump for Joy, which I did just want to ask you about. I recommend people check this out. It's really interesting. It's called
You sound dubious.
No. I thought it was fascinating.
I know exactly what record you're talking about.
Yeah, Revelation Sound System with Cameron Ralston. It's an instrumental EP. I guess I would call it kind of free jazz, atmospheric rock.
I thought you were going to talk about the Christmas record.
Oh, I could talk about that too.
But no. We can talk about this. We can talk about this one.
But this one. I mean, the Christmas record was lovely.
Yeah, that Revelators. Yeah. Well, I've been telling people as I've been talking about this this new record, Jump for Joy, that really the project that I think influenced it the most was, besides playing with these guys really consistently, which is really like, a lot of the conception of the record was very intentional. The writing, arranging was very intentional, but also the making of the record was the path of least resistance, because we knew that we could take the joy that we have on the road and just roll that into the studio. I was certain that it would be, I didn't know exactly what it would sound like, but I knew it would be good. Good for us, something that I would really like. But besides just that kind of energy, the thing that really influenced Jump for Joy was that Revelator sound system record, which was something that I had been wanting to make for a really long time. The pandemic had me at home long enough to actually put my brain towards it, which you're right. It's kind of like a sort of free jazz, kind of dubby, ambient, no singing, so no writing of words, which was very liberating at that moment in time. And it just allowed me to break some boundaries, some self-imposed boundaries that I had put up around some of the music I make for no good reason. Nobody had ever told me that I needed to do it that way, but you do it long enough, you see your records start showing up on Americana charts long enough, and you start to think certain things about your music that is maybe not true at all.
Yeah.
And that Revelator sound system record shook me up out of that, and I feel like I brought some of that freshness and excitement into the Jump for Joy sessions.
Did you find it easier, or not easier, that's the wrong word, you said liberating, to express yourself without having to sit down and write something?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I love writing. That's one of my favorite parts of the process, but I needed to be making music that didn't have words attached to it at that moment in time. I needed to not be using that part of my brain.
Yeah. Listen, thank you so much for spending time here today. Want to give you as much of a day off as possible before your actual show tomorrow. We up for one more? Yeah. All right. And what would that be?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do kind of like an oddball one, which is we'll see if we know how to do it. We've only done it once before. We definitely know how to do it. So this is a no. As the crow flies. Okay. Into Dixie Chicken. Yeah. Only a few people got the notes. Sammy knew. Sam was ready to go. Okay. This is a tune called "As the Crow Flies." What record is this on? I think maybe "Heart Like a Levee." Yeah. We're gonna mush this together with another song that we love. So you see if you know this other song that we put in there. You will. Are we doing this?
Vicksburg, black of mine. He's a keener road down through my 21 years as the crow flies, watching the wheels roll back, loosened up in the evening. long-legged girl with a country way of speaking. Red apple moon, oh, river, I'm gonna pull the needle and thread. Sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Sing, little bird, sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Sing, little bird, sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Sing, little bird, sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Yes, Woodstock, Storm King, West Socrates in the pouring rain. Rider Waves, low car, walk with Murray to daylight. Be thy name, rented room, little shin bone child. Was that you? Blue Horizon, late again. West Lafayette, babe, and tomorrow's a dream. Sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Sing, little bird, sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Sing, little bird, sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Sing, little bird, sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Have you seen the bright lights of Memphis and the Commodore Hotel? And underneath the street lamp, I met a southern belle. While she took me to the river, where she cast a spell. And in that southern moonlight, she sang a song so well. If you be my Dixie chicken, I'll be a Tennessee lamb. We can walk together down in Dixieland, down in Dixieland. Sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Sing, little bird, sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Sing, little bird, sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Sing, little bird, sing hot summer, don't get down, you're nothing but a number. Y'all know that song?
Wow. Thank you so much.